In today's video, I really want to educate you guys on how to stop getting sick. I used to get sick all the time and it really sucked, honestly. I hated getting sick and I thought it was just how my life was. I was always going to get sick. I always have this weak immune system, etc. And I used to get sick maybe once every month or once every 2 months. And this is really unfortunate because I'd miss out on events all the time like birthdays, or I'd miss out on playing sports or other things, and it was really unfortunate and I hated it. Probably the biggest thing that I'd hate is that I would get sick, and what this meant is my last month's progress of going to the gym almost evaporates. It's one of the worst things you can do is work out for a month straight and get really good progress, feel like you're getting progress. You get sick for a week, you can't go to the gym for 10 days because you feel sick, and then you're not going to go to the gym for a week, and then you might feel sick again, or you might not want to push yourself, so you do a week workout, you're not eating your correct macros. So obviously you don't lose all your month's work of progress, but it almost feels like you're not really helping yourself and you haven't really made much progress in the last month, and it almost feels like it was for nothing. It almost feels like the hard work that you've done working out has gone down the drain, and it sucks. I hate it. So I want to share with you guys my 3 protocols that I've used to stop getting sick. So obviously I want to clear the misconceptions first off. I'm not here to sell you some magical pill or anything like that, or this free ebook or anything like that. I'm just giving you the advice that I've used, and I'm not saying this is going to work, but it has worked for me for the last 5-6 months. I haven't got sick at all, and I've been feeling amazing. I'll show you guys a little anecdote of what happened to me last year and why I was getting sick. I'd wake up around 7:30 in the morning, get ready for school, drive in the car, go to school, be at school all day, study at school until it's dark, get home, study till it's dark. Simple as that. I did not go outside at all. And the only time I spent outside was maybe a little bit of time at lunchtime, a little bit of time going between my car and school, etc. And that's the only time I'm getting out. And what I've realized is vitamin D is so important for your body. Now, a lot of people will lack vitamin D in the winter because they're not getting enough sunlight. And I definitely lacked vitamin D during last year's winter and my whole life, I reckon. And I'm outside today to essentially symbolize the importance of getting vitamin D, etc. But I really want to be serious about this. One of the main factors of why you're getting sick is because you're not getting enough sunlight. The sun is effing amazing for your body. Sunlight is so beneficial for our body, but essentially sunlight is essential for pretty much every living being for growth. If we're not getting enough sunlight, we're going to die. You look at the grass around you, look at the leaves of the back wall here, you look at animals, they all need sunlight for them to be functioning and healthy. If they're not getting enough sunlight, they're going to die, or they're going to be unhealthy or have a range or variety of diseases. You see this with animals, you see this with plants, etc. If they don't get enough sunlight, they get sick. And this is the exact same thing with humans. There's no silver lining to this. This is just facts. And now I feel like so many people, especially here in Australia, as soon as winter rolls around, they get sick, they get depressed. Essentially, it's called the winter blues. And that's because people don't get enough sunlight. It is simple as that. Now, the second point of this protocol that I really want to talk about is people are not consuming a certain substance. It's the consumption of red meat. And a lot of people are unfortunately scared of red meat. Unfortunately, in society and Western world, we're told this lie that red meat is bad for you. You can look it up, saying pretty much every medical thing will say red meat is bad for you, it causes cancer. And I know for a fact all these tests are wrong, and I can give you the research below. The reason why red meat is so good for you, it's super high in iron, it's high in fat and protein, and a lot of people lack this kind of stuff. The reason why red meat is so good for us is high in nutrients and minerals, as I've talked about before. The high fat concentration is essential for cell functionality. As we know, cells work with, in order for cells to work, they need to have energy, and the energy we're getting from this red meat is really important to our cells because it's a high quality of nutrition that's going to help benefit our cells. In addition, red meat helps the production of white blood cells. White blood cells essentially vital for our immune system. Your white blood cells are effectively what's going to be tackling the infected virus that gets into your system, and that's going to be your first line of defenses. Now, Kyle, how much red meat would you recommend? I would genuinely recommend anywhere between 400 and 600 grams. I consume around 500 grams of red meat on average. Obviously, there might be some days where I'm consuming 700, 800, 1 kilo, and other days where I'm only consuming 400 grams. But red meat, super important to me, and it has definitely been one of the factors and one of the reasons why I have not got sick at all. The third point I really want to make to you guys is sleep. Sleep is so important to me, and it is one of the reasons why I haven't got sick at all. Now, a lot of people will say, oh, I get plenty of sleep. You don't get enough sleep. It's simple as that. The quality of sleep people get, and they're often confused the amount of time that they're actually sleeping. People lay in bed for 8 hours and say, oh yeah, I got 8 hours of sleep. In fact, you'll probably be awake for about 2 hours of that. So you're only getting 6 hours of sleep. I'd recommend being in bed for around 9 hours, and that allows you to get at least around 7 hours of sleep. Even if you have a bad sleep cycle, you still get around 7 hours of sleep, and you won't be awake for as much. Now, obviously, not everyone is going to be able to get 9 hours of sleep. That's cap. I do not care what you say. There's plenty of time for you to get 9 hours of sleep. If you are working every single day, you're going to feel tired. A lot of people will say, oh, well, I got to get up early in the morning. For the last 2 hours of the day, they're scrolling on their phone or they're playing video games. It's simple as that. All the people I know, they could go to sleep at 10 o'clock and get up at 7 o'clock quite easily and get really good sleep in. But people don't, and that's just how it is, unfortunately. If you seriously think not getting enough sleep is not going to impact you, I do not know how you exist in this world, and the amount of miseducation you have is so obvious that sleep is going to impact us. Positively, it's going to improve our immune system. It essentially allows us to repair and recharge. I'm not going to go into the technical reasons why, but it's quite obvious to ourselves that we need sleep. Every living being, every living mammal needs sleep. It's simple as that. Now, in conclusion, guys, obviously, I'm talking from a personal experience. This is not solely based on fact. This is an anecdote from me, and this is my personal opinion, and you guys are entitled to your own opinion. But what I will say is that these 3 factors are important for you to stop getting sick. Obviously, there's other factors that will influence if you're getting sick or not, but by improving these 3 factors, the chances of you getting sick is going to significantly decrease. It's simple as that. I haven't got sick once in the last 6-7 months, and I've been doing all these things a lot more, and I'm picking it up more and more as I get into winter time. And I really want to get to a whole year where I haven't been sick, because my whole life I've been getting sick and it sucks. I hate it. If you guys really want to improve, you should do these 3 things. You should look into it a little bit more, but please do these 3 things if you don't want to get sick this winter. Anyways, boys, it's been a pleasure as always. Trying to get this video out as soon as possible. See you later, boys. What the hell are you still doing? Alright, you got a cheeky little flex. Alright.